I think it's important. We can't generalize altogether because, of course, prices vary from destination to destination. You cannot compare price in the US, for example, to price in Ukraine, because in the US, intended parents pay over 200,000, and in Ukraine, this will be around 55 and more, 55,000 and more. But if we kind of and again, the compensation for the surrogates would vary from country to country. It would, whether the surrogate is local or whether she will need to travel to the country for surrogacy. All of these identifying factors matter. But if we take Ukraine as an example, and we can do that, surrogates usually earn 23 to 27,000 based on, again, the specifics of the case, whether it's a single pregnancy or a twin pregnancy, whether it's natural birth or C-section, whether they've been an experienced surrogate, so have been a surrogate before, or whether it's their first time as a surrogate. All of these, of course, increase, they might increase the compensation. But 23, and this is, I'm talking about, for example, the compensation at our agency. Of course, in different clinics or agencies, the compensation might be different, but our compensations are attractive. So, we know that they are good. And I think 60% of all our surrogates return for the second journey if medically they are fit after a year or 2 years, depending on their individual circumstances. So it gives us an indication that, the compensation is right. Clinics, again, they vary on whether what kind of services, if the patients already have embryos or they need the full cycle, whether it's something we call unlimited attempts, when we continue creating embryos and doing embryo transfers until live birth achieved, or whether it's a pay per attempt case where it might include one embryo creation, one embryo transfer. So with clinics, it's more difficult to generalize. Also, there are things like genetic testing on the embryos, additional genetic testing that can be carried out on the egg donor and the patient, things like this. But surrogate compensation is something that I think can give you an idea about the financial part.